I'm going to teach you two different ways to remove a background. One is this magic wand tool. So if the background is mostly the same color, which my background is white and blue, but unfortunately there's white in the flowers too, so the magic wand doesn't work too well, you can change the tolerance, which means like you can let in more variants of the same color. And then you can also choose if you want the color, if they have to be continuous. And I can't remember what this stands for. I'd have to look it up. But so I have my tolerance set at 43. And when I click here, you can see that it's kind of getting most of it, but it is getting some of the flowers. But if you were to have a solid background, you could turn the tolerance up. You know, it actually wouldn't matter what the tolerance is, but you could turn it down pretty low because it's all the same color. To get rid of these things are called marching ants. To get rid of the marching ants, if you just click in the empty space outside your picture, it should get rid of them. If you don't have that space, you just make this window bigger, then you can have that space right there. So if your background is mostly a solid color, then you could just use the magic wand, click on that, and then just basically hit the delete button, and you can see what that looks like. Now, I could use this and then go in and erase this other things that it didn't do, but I don't like that, and I'm going to show you the other tool that you can use. The other one is we're going to actually select it using the Lasso Tool. And there's two different types of lassos. There's a freehand, or there's one that's called a polygonal lasso tool. And then I know in Photoshop they used to call it like a magnetic lasso, so basically this is the important thing. You have to remember like where you start. And I know this is a little bit tedious, and so my movie isn't super long. I'm not gonna like keep it going, but it's supposed to kind of like, if you click every so often, it's supposed to kind of recognize like the edge of the shape that you're going around. So again, like I said, because I don't want this to take forever, I'm just going to do this like this, but you would again take your time. And then the other important thing is that you need to make sure if you go outside the border, it's kind of tricky. So you got to be really careful. And then you have to connect it. This is the most important thing. You have to connect it back to the first point. And once you do that, then you get those little marching ants again. So right now I'm having there you go. So you have to remember where you did your first dot. And then once you do that, then you can hit the delete button. And in theory, if I took my time like I did here, then it would look pretty good. And then again, to get rid of those marching ants, you should be able to just click outside in this space outside your picture, and then that goes away. So go ahead and do that in that movie, and then we're going to do titles in our next movie.